Well, peace and love to everybody, yo. I hope everybody's doing well and everybody's healing from any kind of issues that they have within themselves, man. But my boy been chilling. Pretty much been, busy, hanging out with people doing adult shit. Y'all know how it is, man. But I was with my boys in them, man, and we got on quite a few topics, man. And one of my favorites was value. Like, I told him straight up, I don't get on those kind of topics because when I hear the term value, right, I'm thinking of material shit. Not that, especially my favorite as an example is slaves because we were seen as fucking property. And depending on what could we do and shit it's how valuable we are to the system. So I'm like, yo, I can understand why you got so many women that get offended by that shit because they weren't being treated as a fucking human being, as a woman. They're being treated as property. I don't play that shit, yo. Well, that's what some people say. That's what society use. Fuck you and that society, man. Stay the fuck away from me from that shit, man. Because believe me when I tell you, you're not gonna like what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? So I don't play, with that shit, man. Like, no, that's a legit bunch of horse shit. And it's so normalized to use that fucking terminology when you talking about a human being. I'm like, yo, so you're not seeing these people as human beings. You're seeing them as, property. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So we also got on the topic of you know, ghosting. You know what I mean? And communication. And again, there's so many things that's been normalized in this fucking society that people don't see anything wrong with that shit. I could understand why it happens, but it doesn't mean that I agree with it. You know what I mean? And ghosting is a sign of emotional abuse. You know what I'm saying? So so a lot of people don't say, "Oh, I don't know what you mean." Well, I'm like, okay, well, think of it this way: have you genuinely find yourself interested with this individual, right? A certain individual, and then over time you end up liking this individual, you know, and then y'all end up, sleeping with each other or not, and then out of nowhere, you just don't hear from them at all. You know what I mean? Like so pretty much you establish a connection with this individual, and then out of nowhere you just don't hear from them. Like, you playing with people's fucking emotions and feelings out here, yo. And people think that shit is completely fucking cool and it's all right. Like, no, it's the fuck it's not. Because believe me when I tell you, I fucking promise you, it's going to come back to you 10 times harder, and you're not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna fuck around and go and say, oh, all men are this or all women are that. No bullshit. You did that this or somebody wrong, and you had no fucking business doing that shit. I always tell people, you be honest within your fucking self, dude. And you got so many people that lie out here. I'm like, yo, that's bullshit. I don't give a fuck if you hurt that person's feelings or not. You need to be honest within yourself. Because guess what? If you're not honest within yourself, how the fuck you expect to be honest with other people? How the fuck do you really and truly hope to establish some kind of communication with somebody? And then you wonder why the fucking relationship or marriage go down the goddamn drain. Pay attention to those signs that people show and what they display during the dating phase. Some things are good or some things are bad. If you don't like it, speak up on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't bite your tongue, but at the same time be respectful about it. You know what I mean? But when you are respectful about it and you voice your concerns about something, and then that individual just starts being disrespectful, hey, let them have it. Fair game. You know what I mean? And those are the same types of people that say they know how to communicate. No, the fuck they don't. They don't know what the hell a healthy communication is. And chances are they don't know what the fuck a healthy communication is because of the trauma that they dealt with, from a previous relationships or you know what I mean, or their parents. Their parents could have told, that individual, a boy or girl that said, "Hey, you shouldn't show emotion," or you shouldn't be crying. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I see it time and time again. It's a fucking pattern. You know what I'm saying? But you really truly have to, work on yourself and you have to heal from that shit, man. If you don't like somebody like that, like speaking of, you just, tell them, just tell them straight up and be respectful about it. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not interested in somebody, I tell them straight up, like, yo, ma'am, no offense, but I'm not interested in you. And if they get mad, they get mad. If they don't, they don't. You know what I'm saying? But I can promise you this. That woman that I just said that to, she would have way more respect for me than any other piece of shit dude, because I was honest with her. Y'all fuck around and play games out here with people's emotions and feelings, and then you wonder why you can't get a man or woman in your life and keep them there. It's your fucking fault. Well, I shouldn't say entirely, because again, you can only do what you've been taught. You know what I mean? Starting from your childhood for most people. But I didn't want to speak too much, yo. I wish everybody be safe out here, man. Enjoy the night with your peoples, family, friends, your loved ones, and everything, man. Um, I wasn't gonna take too much of your time, yo. But y'all be safe out here. Peace and love to everybody, yo.